Coming up, we're taking a look at District 6 lacrosse and softball as their seasons inch closer to the playoffs.
And a look at Penn State volleyball's highest stakes weekend against Princeton.
Plus, a sneak peek at this year's unconventional blue-white game. After the Whistle starts now.
Hello and welcome to After the Whistle. Our crews traveled all around District 6 to bring you the latest on high school baseball, volleyball, lacrosse, and more. Live from University Park, I'm Monica Wagner.
And I'm Owen Camaros. We'll also take a look at how Penn State sports are faring, as well as a special preview from this year's NFL Draft. All that and more coming up. Starting us off, the Danville area Ironmen travel to Bellefonte for a game against the Red Raiders. Let's see if Bellefonte can get their second win in a row, as we started off right here from the tip-off. First quarter, it's going to be Carissa Baylor finding Grace Ketka, who scores, finding the back of the net to extend Danville's lead to 7-0. Bellefonte, though, they're going to respond immediately. You can see right here, Lila Dawson, free position goal from her, getting it over the goalkeeper for the goal. Ironmen, though, they're right back on the attack, and it's Ketka again extending this second quarter lead to 9-3 from that long-range shot.
A day.
Time winding down, it's Kaylin Hahn scoring off a loose ball to send her team up 12 into the half. The Red Raiders scored some late goals, but it was not enough, as Danville would continue their scoring prowess to an 18-6 victory. Danville moved to 4-5 on the season and will play Wyoming Seminary at home, while Bellefonte falls to 1-8 on the season and will go on a 3-game road trip, starting with Holy Redeemer.
It's a battle between the Lions on the court. The Altoona Mountain Lions traveled to State College to face off against the Little Lions. Altoona came out hot. Kaylin Plunkett receiving the serve, sets it for Luke Mitchell, who gets the kill to win the first set for the Mountain Lions. Put some sauce on that one. But wait, DeAndre Sheffy tries to hit it. It gets blocked, bounces off his head to get over the net, then ends up getting the block for the point. Momentum shifting for the Little Lions.
You got up there.
State College pulling ahead in the third set. Daniel Stefanovic sets it up, gets it up for the block and the kill, showing some excitement and bringing some much-needed energy with him. With State College in full control of the game, Derek Campbell sets it to Sheffy, who absolutely beams it over for the point. After dropping the first set, State College wins the match 3-1. State College improves to 6-4 with the win, as Altoona drops to 2-8. The Little Lions look to play Chambersburg tomorrow, and the Mountain Lions match up against Central also tomorrow. Our Game of the Week reporter Massimo Bonagorio was there with the scoop on all the action. Massimo, what did you see from this comeback victory for State College?
Thanks, Annika. Well, it was an exciting match in State College, and a father-son duo was key to the Little Lions' success, and it has been all season long. The State College Little Lions defeated the Altoona Mountain Lions by 3-1, a crucial win as the playoffs near.
For a lot of guys, so DeAndre, who's the one middle, it's his first year. For Micah, who played opposite, it's his first. It's a lot of first-year guys, and then there's some second-year guys. It's just getting them acclimated to the speed of this game, because it's a lot different, especially first-year guys. They're running around like chickens with their head cut off.
Even though State College struggled in the first two sets, a lot of players stepped up, including Ohio State commit Carter Waite.
I think overall, our coach definitely identified as well. We had a lack of energy kind of leading in. Just due to injury or it's illness, whatever it may be, I don't think we totally came super focused today. I think as the match progressed, we definitely focused a lot more. I think this match was definitely one of our best blocking matches. We definitely kind of focused and honed in on that skill a lot, and we showed a lot of discipline with that as well.
Coach Waite is the father of Carter Waite, and their relationship is strong on and off the court.
We've had our highs and lows. I won't ever deny that, but when you're father son, you're going to have some of that. But I'll agree with Carter. We've done a good job of, we don't take what happens here outside of here. And so if we get a little grumpy at each other in here, it doesn't leave here.
Waite is excited to play for Ohio State next year, but the Little Lions are focused on the playoffs. State College continues their impressive season, facing Chambersburg tomorrow night at 6:30. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Massimo. Interesting to see how the team continues their season. The Little Lions are facing off against the Chambersburg Trojans as we speak. Coming into today's game, State College sits at third in the Mid-Penn Commonwealth Conference. The Little Lions have a 4-4 record as well as a 2-4 record in conference play. On Monday, State College defeated Mifflin County 6-1, with Jude Scavone getting a stellar addition on the bump. Scavone pitched 4 innings and allowed just 2 hits, as the team was undefeated in games where he's allowed 1 run or less. State College won their last 2 games, beating Altoona 9-8, achieving a new scoring high for the season. Today the Little Lions look to improve on their season as they take on the 2-6 Trojans of Chambersburg. Our reporter Jenna Wisman is live at State College. Jenna, how's the game?
It's a beautiful day here in State College for some baseball. The Chambersburg Trojans and the State High Little Lions are currently tied at the top of the 7th inning. State High and Chambersburg are both coming off wins. However, the first time that these two teams met earlier this season, State High was able to get a 7-1 win over Chambersburg. However, Chambersburg's pitching staff since then has been outstanding, allowing less than 4 runs per game. So State High knew going into this game that hitting was going to be a struggle. That's all we've got for you. Now back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Jenna. It looks absolutely beautiful out there. But switching over to softball, fighting for a top spot in their respective conference standings, Phillipsburg, Osceola, and Penns Valley area faced off on Monday night. Both teams faced the wrath of Mother Nature throughout this one. Top of the third, the count is 2-2 as a wild pitch gets past the catcher, leading Penns Valley home to tie the game 1-1. On the bottom half of the frame, Rams starting pitcher Taylor Bumgardner struck out all 3 of the batters she faced to keep the score the same. A big inning for her. An inning later, Emily Guskey, she's going to get a dribbler by the infield for the single to start the 4th. She's running it out, fast one.
You see, she looked at second for a moment. I thought she was going to go for it.
Well, now she's on second. Olivia Bizzari steps up to the plate and sends a nuke over to the center field wall for a 2-run home run, giving the Mountaineers the 3-1 lead. The rain would prevail and end the game in the 5th as PO defeated Penns Valley 4-1. The Mountaineers improved to 7-3 overall after a win over Central and are currently playing Central Cambria. For Penns Valley, they have lost 3 straight now, falling to 4-4.
I mean, it looked like there were going to be some offense there, and then it was just a tough break like you mentioned.
Mother Nature does not want us to have these spring games.
Mother Nature's been a pain this year, but hey, there was still some good softball that we were able to cover.
That's true.
Coming up next, we'll switch gears and take a look at Penn State baseball, volleyball, and lacrosse.
And coverage from this year's NFL draft coming up after the break. Don't go anywhere.
Penn State baseball snapped a 3-game losing streak by beating Purdue 10-2 in Game 1 of a 3-game series. Fans now, they are amped up for Game 2. Purdue, Brandon Anderson, he's going to hit one out to left field, and Penn State can't cleanly field it as they boot it away. That's going to lead to 2 runners, Camden Gasser and Avery Moore, scoring on the mistake. Anderson, he'll slide into third base. And you can see on that slide there, now to the top of the 3rd, and it's Derek Cease. He's going to field the ground ball and toss it over to Ryan Weingardner, who throws it over to Joe Jakonski for the 4-6-3 double play. Clean fielding there.
Making up for the mistakes.
Making up for the mistakes indeed. Bottom of the 8th, and the ball kicks away from Houston Russell, and Paxton Kling will touch home to give Penn State an 11-6 lead. The Nittany Lions would score 2 more runs in the bottom of the 8th to win 13-6. Penn State would go on to lose the final game of the series, setting up an important Dollar Dog matchup.
Speaking of, let's head into that Dollar Dog Night game as the number 17 West Virginia Mountaineers travel to Medler Field at Lebrano Park Tuesday for the final Dollar Dog Night of the season. A record crowd of 6,106 fans were in attendance to cheer on the Nittany Lions. In the bottom of the 1st, Jack Porter smokes this pitch for an opposite field home run to give Penn State a 1-0 lead over the Mountaineers. No doubt about that one.
And when you're going oppo, it's always just pure power.
Absolutely. Now, in the top of the 5th, still 1-0, Nittany Lions' Cole Mercado shows off some stellar defense with this smooth sliding grab. I mean, give him his Golden Glove already
Gets up cleanly, too.
Moving to the bottom of the 5th, Bryce Molinaro hits one into right field to score 2 runs to make it 3-0 Penn State, adding to the lead. But West Virginia, they would not go away quietly. In the top of the 7th, Spencer Barnett delivers this 2-run shot to make it 3-2 Nittany Lions. However, it would not be enough, as Chase Renner would slam the door on the Mountaineers to give the Nittany Lions the 3-2 upset win, and a great way to cap off Dollar Dog Nights this season. Penn State improves to 25-14 on the season and will travel to UCLA this weekend, while West Virginia drops to 34-5. They will also be on the road this weekend at UCF.
One of the biggest draws to Penn State baseball games is Dollar Dog Night, at every Tuesday home game this season. This Tuesday was the last of the year. Penn State fans consumed 12,112 hot dogs, a new Medler Field record. In total, over 30,000 hot dogs were gobbled this season. Matt Kropp, he was part of it.
ATW's own Matt Kropp put a huge dent in that.
That comes out to over 5,000 per game. In the final Dollar Dog Night of the 2025 season, a new attendance record of 6,106 was also set.
Penn State welcomed in Rutgers Friday night for the final game of the regular season. Penn State honored their seniors after the game. Early in the first quarter, Ryan DeRocco finds Luke Wallstrom on the crease, who buries it, making the score 1-0 Penn State. On the ensuing faceoff, Colby Baldwin takes it down to the goal, depositing it in to the cage. Penn State up 2-0. Now it's Rutgers transfer Jack Amone scoring on the man up. Into the second quarter here, where goalie Jack Fracion sends it to the open cage and scores. The team is loving that one.
Goalie goals are the best.
Rutgers didn't have success with the 10-man ride, as Brendan Leary sends it into another wide open net. Luke Wallstrom on a breakaway, but Cardin Solar stones him, keeping it out. Wallstrom gets his revenge, though. On a feed from Kyle Lemon, he finds the back of the net.
Stop me once, can't stop me again.
The Nittany Lions defeated the Scarlet Knights 12-4 on senior night for a happy send-off. Penn State moves to 9-3 on the season and hosts Johns Hopkins in the Big Ten tournament next. Rutgers falls to 6-8 and heads to Ann Arbor to play the Wolverines next. After a rough start to conference play, the Nittany Lions are on a tear. Our reporter Andrew Matz has more.
Penn State started off 0-2 in conference play after dropping games to Ohio State and Maryland. They have won their last 3 games, including the senior night game against Rutgers. They have a 9-3 record overall and a 3-2 record in conference. Defensive improvements have led the charge for the Nittany Lions. They have been doing the little things right.
Between last 3 games, but more so specifically Hopkins and today, we've kind of really been executing on those things and just taking steps in the right directions.
The defense was helped Friday night by senior goalie Jack Fracion, posting a .765 save percentage against Rutgers.
I thought Jack really played well today, and it was so nice because he struggled a little bit earlier in the season getting in his own rhythm, and I think in the last 3 games he just continues to keep getting better, and when that happens, I think our defense really responds around him.
Like you saw today, when you give him shots that he can actually have a chance against, he's the best goalie in the country.
Fracion also scored a goal along with his performance on senior night. He wasn't the only senior with something to prove. Jack Amone transferred from Rutgers and scored on his old team. It's not just seniors like these two who get the attention of Coach Jeff Tambroni.
And these guys put so much time and effort in behind the scenes. Some guys that play on the weekends, some guys that never have a chance to play, and they're just good people.
The seniors and the rest of the team now look ahead to the Big Ten tournament this weekend. Reporting for After the Whistle, I'm Andrew Matz.
Penn State is about to play in the first round of the EIVA playoffs, but has one final game against Princeton before the tournament. Women's volleyball head coach Katie Schumacher-Colley blows the first whistle. First set, and it's Will Coons. He's going to set up his teammate Miller Truby, who goes cross-court for the kill. Truby celebrating that. He was a big factor in this. Second set, Michael Schroeb sets it up for Owen Rose. Rose straight down into the court. Third set now after the celebrations, and it's Schroeb who goes to Nate Egerstrom, who gets his first career kill. Look at the celebrations from him. Look at everybody's so excited for the man who gets his first career kill. But guess what? Somebody else is getting their first career kill. Blaney Jones gets up and gets down, his first career kill as well.
It's always a special night when Penn State is in black and pink.
And it's a special night when they're sweeping the Tigers 3-0. Penn State moves to 11-15 and will enter the EIVA tournament as the 3 seed. The Nittany Lions will play Harvard in the first round of the playoffs. Princeton falls to 14-10, but will host the tournament as the number 1 seed. They will play the winner of George Mason versus Charleston.
I mean, Owen, it's the first time in 6 years that Penn State is not hosting the EIVA tournament. Are they going to pull it off in Princeton?
I mean, we'll see, but head coach Mark Pavlik has always been a great coach. He's done this for 40 years. He'll be able to get Penn State right back into hosting EIVA tournaments.
No doubts, no doubts. But in other exciting sports news, we are a day away from Commissioner Roger Goodell kicking off the 2025 NFL Draft as 11 Penn Staters wait to hear their name get called. Our own Mike Bolger and Josh Bartosik are in Green Bay for the draft. Guys?
Thanks, guys. Inside Lambeau Field right now, where we're just over 24 hours away from the 2025 NFL Draft from kicking off. Mike Bolger, Josh Bartosik along here with you guys, and right now, Josh, we've got 2 Penn Staters are possibly going in the first round, and Abdul Carter and Tyler Warren.
Yeah, Abdul Carter, just an absolute freak athlete, was fantastic his entire time at Penn State, really looking to go top 3, maybe even top 2 potentially. But he gave a lot of credit to Penn State and the path that they put him on that got him here today.
Yeah, I can go on about that. As soon as I got there, them teaching me, taking me under their wing, getting me stronger, bigger, faster, getting me smarter on the football field. I owe a lot of things to Penn State.
Abdul Carter is looking to go in the top 3 anywhere from Tennessee to Cleveland or the New York Giants, but also for Tyler Warren, a lot of NFL analysts have him going anywhere from 10 to 20.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of good fits for him. You could see him probably go as high as 7. The New York Jets, there's been a lot of talks pretty much ever since the beginning of last season that would be a really good spot for him. But the Bears at 10 are a really good spot as well, and obviously the Colts at 14. If Tyler Warren's still available, that seems like a perfect fit as well. So a lot of good spots for Tyler Warren to go. Then again, he kind of plays multiple positions, or did for Penn State, so a good fit almost everywhere for Tyler Warren.
A really good draft expected for Penn State as well.
I think so, although I'm hearing some wild stuff from what New York might do, and I think it might be the biggest wrench in the draft.
11 total prospects are supposed to go this weekend for Penn State in the NFL Draft. You guys can stay up to date on our ATW social media pages and also tune in to Com Radio's show tomorrow at 7 p.m. But for now, from Mike and Josh from Green Bay, Wisconsin, we'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, guys. Absolutely incredible being in Green Bay for the draft. But Saturday marks the annual spring game for Penn State football. The blue-white game will start at 2 p.m., but fans can expect a different format than previous years. While the exact plan is still unknown, head coach James Franklin said that the game will likely be shorter than usual and will include more practice elements. Gates will open at 12:30, and due to ongoing constructions, fans can only enter through gates A and E.
This week has been eventful from the court to the field, and with that, we had a ton of highlight plays. Let's send it over to Brian Portney as he counts down our top 3.
Thanks, Owen. This week saw plenty of great highlights across high school and college spring sports. Let's take a look at our top 3 plays. Starting off at number 3, it's State High's Daniel Stefanovic going up high for the block and the celebration with his Little Lion teammates. Next up at number 2, it's West Virginia's Spencer Barnett smashing a ball deep past the fence and into the night sky for a 2-run home run for the Mountaineers. See you later ball. And finally, at number 1, it's Rutgers' Carden Stoller deflecting the ball upwards on a spectacular save. Let's look at that one again as he goes into a slide to get the Scarlet Knights the possession. This week did not disappoint as we had a lot of plays to choose from, and those were just 3 of the best. Owen and Annika, back to you guys.
That's all we have for you this week. Tune in next week for our wrap-up show as we close out spring semester's coverage of District 6 and Penn State sports. For After the Whistle, I'm Owen Camaros.
And I'm Monica Wagner. For more updates on our show and coverage of games, follow us on X, Instagram, and TikTok at ATWPSU. And check out the Penn State Student Media website. We'll see you next year, right here on After the Whistle.